Lives are being taken one by one. Families broken apart. The world keeps moving on. Nobody here to fight. Where are the warriors? Where are the dads? Where are the mothers? This is so sad. I know a place where warriors are made. It's a podcast of true family fighters. You need to listen tonight. Tiff and The Punisher, coming for CPS. Tiff and The Punisher, be our next guest. CPs took your children, chased your husband away, left you alone and vulnerable. Let me hear you say, Tiff and The Punisher, coming for CPS. Tiff and The Punisher, be our next guest. Do not be afraid, wipe your tears away. We need to come together, it's our time. So need to tell your friends, watch the show. If CPS comes, this is where you go. They won't win this war against us. This is our crew, we have your trust. Advocates unlock the others. They care for us, they hold us up high. They make us feel important. Others pass us by. Tiff and The Punisher, Tiff and The Punisher, coming for CPS. Tiff and The Punisher, Tiff and The Punisher, be our next guest. They are taking our kids every day. A child a minute, no one has a thing to say for those who have been isolated. Don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up, everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallets. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come, we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them. But when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You will no longer will steal Tiff and the Punisher have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She's tired of our kids being taken. God damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher screaming out loud about a CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids' pictures held up by Tiff Tack. Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with hot speed. We will do so much being together. The birds of a feather flock together. So watch out, CPS, here we come. Picking you off one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. So give us back the kids you have taken. Sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows and the only games you play are on Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. Your judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher Warrior. And we cry out to all of you out there. We need support for a cause that many don't care. All children are being stolen way too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stopping.
Well, there's that one. What's up, Tiff? I'm trying to change my background, but it's not changing. It's not putting me in the background, Tiff.
That's okay. Well, first I gotta say,
Hi.
your little rock star dude, OMG, he looks just like you. Oh my God. That is so
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I tried to dress like that tonight, you know? Try to look just like him.
So it's July 1st.
It is. One day away from your birthday. 24-hour countdown is 16-hour, or not even 4-hour countdown.
Yeah, well, that's not why I was saying that. So the laws changed in some of the states today. So I want to know what laws changed in everybody's states. I will tell you that the assault rifle ban has not gone into effect.
Yay, not effect.
And I did see that the Supreme Court of the United States said that they will take it up in their next session. So. Oh.
So that's good. So Virginia stands to keep their guns.
Yes.
So that's good. So no one needs to do that right now.
Right. Until the end of the year or until the United States Supreme Court rules on it.
That's good. That's good stuff. You know what's really aching and irking me right now?
What?
This dude right here.
Who's that?
Let me have it play. Let me play this.
Oh, I know who it is. Go ahead.
And they started talking about this allegation.
Start from the beginning here.
They couldn't tell me what the allegation was, and then they told me that I couldn't be around my children unsupervised until my children were interviewed. During that questioning, no one in the family could be present, and the next 24 hours are some of the darkest times of my life. I don't know how to describe it.
How are your children doing?
You know, they're 4 years old, and as a family, we're just trying to put this behind us. I don't know how much of this they're going to remember. I know I will. It's one of the most awful moments of my life, and something I wouldn't wish on anybody. Although I'll also say that the response since we made the decision to speak out about this has been really extraordinary. Hearing from people across the country, not just people I know and have worked with and are political allies, but actually people from the other side, people in some cases that I campaigned against, reaching out or speaking out in solidarity. We have got to be able to agree as a country on at least this fundamental principle, that you do not go after people's families, that whatever you think of somebody's politics, however you want to argue or fight about political issues, you leave somebody's children alone. I was here in my study and noticed that...
All right, you know what he said?
Our song is playing.
Yeah, it should play. Did you hear what he said?
Yeah, that we should leave families alone.
Yeah.
Leave families
But
alone.
he's not talking about just in general. He's talking about in their political arenas, right? Like they should leave everybody's family alone. They shouldn't attack their families. But why not turn this into now a "you don't touch the American family, period" campaign? If this guy was smart, that's what he would do, because there would be millions of people that would come out and vote for this dude. And that's the only thing that's right. Don't go after the American family. You got a problem with what somebody thinks, how they feel, how they do all of this stuff. You do not go after the American family, period. End of story. He could very easily change this narrative and make this into something great. And I think he's going to miss the boat on it. I think it's going to be taillights again. But he has the opportunity to do that.
So can we get in touch with him somehow?
I've already tried. I'm already on that, trying to get in touch with him to come on the show.
Absolutely. Maybe we can change his mind.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's got it. You know, he's on. There's all kinds of different news things that are out there on him right now. How he's talking about how this is wrong, what happens with CPS, and you know that they took his kids and blah 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 for that 24 hours. But you know, I just hope he does the right thing with it. He has the opportunity to. You know, like he has the opportunity to blow this thing open.
Well, hit him up every day. He can't ignore us forever.
Oh, he can, but we'll try not to. We can be a little bit, you know. So every day I want to make a call out to this guy. I mean, eventually I'm going to hashtag him and everything, because he's got it. He's already, I've been doing my research on him. He has quite a bit of momentum. He's not like a big shot yet, but he's got a lot of momentum from a lot of little groups. He's got a lot of pull. And I think with a group like this that could get behind him, he could probably do something major with it. I mean, this is the first time that we've ever even heard a presidential candidate even talk about attacking the American family like this, undauntedly attacking the American family. And, you know, if we can get a hold of this guy and get him to listen to us, then maybe we can do something about this, which would be pretty damn awesome. So, yeah, that's that with that one. I don't have the chat up. Let's get the chats up here. Sorry about that, guys. Dr. Death, how are you? And thank you. Milana Richardson, welcome. Thank you for showing up. Dr. Death said Becky got in touch with him, so that's cool. Dr. Death, that's not true at all. Dr. Death says your party created this mess. Well, actually, it was the Democratic Party that did it, Dr. Death. But thank you for that. Do some more research. We should actually do a show one time on the history of CPS and how they even came about, because everybody would be just in awe if they even realized what this whole thing was about. And that's actually it should make you disgusted when CPS interacts with you, to know that the only reason that we have a CPS is because everybody felt bad for the dogs in the streets of New York that were running rancid, that they started a humane society for them, and they still weren't. And then there was a couple white-haired ladies that said, oh, what about the children too? Because there were so many children running around in the city streets and looking for food and stuff. So they said, well, if we're doing it for the dogs, we might as well do it for the kids too. Mine as well. Not because we should, mine as well. And that's how it became what it is now. So, yeah. So that's how CPS came about.
Yeah.
But,
well, we can do, because I want to do something about the dangers of mandated reporters. And we'll do that too. We'll make it like a series.
Oh, all right. Sorry about it. He says that's what I meant. The Becca and Pete's is a part of your party. Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. I got you now. Yeah. No, it's we got to do something. We have to. I thought Trump was going to come through with flying colors and do something for us, and he's done a lot for the foster kids. But the only thing I see is him doing is expanding the foster family and the foster home programs, which only means one thing: get more kids. That's all that means. They're not going to expand a program that they're trying to cut back on the taking of kids. They're going to expand a program that they're looking at taking more kids from the families. That's the only reason that you would expand this stuff. And the other thing is this: is it's a quick little, oh, forget that we're wrong. Here's a little payment for you, that we screwed your life up so bad. So here's a little foster care help for you, a little savings of what do they give them, $100 in a bank account or $1,000 or something like that for screwing their lives up. Come on, man. There's way more money out there for this foster kids than that. First of all, that's just a little, what that tells me? That tells me that they even look at these kids as little minions that don't even know what money is. So let's just give them a couple bucks, just a couple dollars to screw up their lives. That's what this sounds like to me. I've been looking at all of it. There's none of it good. A lot of it's to keep these kids in the system, into the welfare system, that the way they can transfer from foster care to welfare or foster care to jail, whatever one comes first. It's all they're training these kids and teaching these kids and making them feel like they are nothing again. You know what I mean? What's $1,000? You're giving these people that are coming across our borders thousands of dollars in homes and all of this stuff, but you're going to get a kid that did nothing wrong, a kid that did zero zip zilch wrong. You're going to give this kid nothing, pennies on the dollar of what you're giving these families that are just flowing our borders and coming into this country. You're going to give them pennies on the dollar for you ruining their lives, because this doesn't go away. These kids are taken from CPS. It doesn't go away. They have studies out there that prove that. They show that all of this that's going on with these kids are bad. Nothing good comes from removing your child from a family, even if you are an abusive home. There's still the removal of your child to remove them from that safety net destroys that bond. They are never going to feel safe again. They're never going to have a relationship that's worthy of anything again because they have no trust. Like, what do people not understand, especially politicians? And this is when people need to, I know that everybody thinks it's a tainted system, but at least we are still allowed to vote. And I know we don't vote on the items because we're not a democracy, we're a republic, but we do vote for the people that represent us. And for God's sakes, that's the last thing that we do have that's left. That's what this July 4th is all about. The independence of the United States become a free place. That's what this is all based on, is us being able to vote as free men and women, and so on and so forth. That's what all of this is about. So you need to remember the power to vote. We need to start making sure that we're looking at the candidates that are running, and make sure that the candidates that are running have these values, that foster kids aren't throwaways. They're not pennies on the dollar. These foster kids are people that were wronged by the United States. They were wronged by the politicians of this country. They were wronged by everybody but themselves. Like, they didn't do anything to even put themselves in this position. So, I even think that if they're criminals, they should be even forgiven for their crimes, for Christ's sakes. Because who knows, if they weren't taken into foster care, they wouldn't have been put into the position that they were in to commit the crimes. No, I'm not saying murder and rape and all that stuff's forgivable, but I'm saying petty crimes, right? Burglary, thievery, things like that happen, because most of these kids end up in the streets anyway. That's what you're seeing if you read these reports. That's where these kids end up, is in the streets. And what we need to do is help them not be in the streets, but not by giving them $1,000. It needs to start by not taking them out of the homes. We can't do anything about what we've done. And yeah, they could help them out and assist them, but not with pennies on the dollar. Come on. Give them something that's feasible, something that's worth something. Give them $10,000 or $20,000 to start their lives. Because think about this: you get aged out of foster care, and say you've had a shitty bid with that foster care, you get out. Who do you go to? Because most kids, when they turn 18, they have an aunt, an uncle, a grandparent, brothers and sisters or something, someone that they can fall back on if they had to. Hopefully these kids got a solid foster raising so they can go to college and they're going to go and do better. But we see that those numbers don't show that. But who do these kids fall back on? I think about Derek all the time when I think about this, and it breaks my heart. Like, this kid was born into the system Where does he get to fall back on? Who does he? He does nothing. When they set him free, he was set free, and that was it. No place to go, no place to fall back onto. Just here you go. Here's, good luck. We babysat you for 18 years. Now you're on your own. And that's it. And that's it. That's the way, like everybody else, when they get kicked out when they're 18, at least they still have family. Their parents still send them money, whether they're in jail, whether they're here or there. They have somebody to fall back on. These kids don't have anybody to fall back on. They have nothing to. I mean, maybe there's a few of them that did have great foster families, and they're going to be raised up that way, and that'll be that. But majority of them are not, and they don't know where to go or how to go or to even get there. And it's just a terrible thing. It really is.
Yeah, and that's the worst part about having a parent's rights terminated, right? Because unless you live in certain states like last July, you can just walk in a DMV and say, I was adopted in Virginia and I want my original birth certificate. At least here, they can find out who their birth parents were and what happened. Cool. But I don't know what other states do that, right? And that's sad, because why should you have to walk in anywhere and say, can I get my original birth certificate so I can find out who my parents are? That's horrible.
They should never be able to change those birth certificates, just for the simple fact of, what if there's a medical emergency? What if something goes on that these kids need to know, like, did this family have cancer? Did they have, or they rare blood types or whatever? Like, they don't have that stuff. They don't get that stuff. CPS doesn't offer people that stuff. They don't. I know they try to get the information, but if you don't give it to them, then you don't give it to them. Period. I didn't. You know what I mean? They're not getting that information out of me, because that told me that they were going to try to go ahead and take our children. So when they wanted my background information, I told them to pound sand. They don't get it. Now is that. But, so that's great. They shouldn't be able to. I know that they changed our daughters. That doesn't have our names on it anymore, and so on and so forth. And we have a copy of it. And that just kills me that they can just erase someone's history like this. Just take someone and just erase their family heritage, their history, all of that stuff. So they're leaving these foster kids for nothing at all.
Well, they don't really erase you, because the original birth certificate stays on file. They amended the birth certificate. And if you still have her original social security number, I know that they changed that too. So you're not, that's why Virginia made a law that says if you were adopted here in Virginia, you can come and get your original birth certificate, period.
Erica said in Wisconsin, the birth certificate has on the bottom, it says that the name was changed. So I guess they have something like that there too, so that they can find themselves and figure out what they need to do. And so that's really cool that they can do. Now, I want to ask you this, Erica, if you can answer it. Do they tell you or offer you the original if you go to look for that? I wonder if that's the case. I wonder how that works if you go and ask for the original birth certificates, if they give it to you. Because they should be on file then, by what you're saying, right, Tiff? Like, they should be still on file?
They are, because even a death certificate stays on file. A birth certificate, the original birth certificate stays on file. What the state does is they amend the birth certificate, right? So, like, they take the biological parents off and put the foster parents on there as the quote-unquote birth parents. But your original birth certificate stays the same. They just amend it. They amend the original.
So how do you, if you're a kid that's adopted, or that you were adopted or fostered or whatever you were, how do you go about finding out who you were? If you don't remember who you were, how can you go about finding that, do you think?
Well, with all the technology going on today, I'm sure all you need is a birthday. If you were born here, and they can look you up by your birthday, I'm sure there's ways to find out. I never even thought about that. But yeah, your birthday stays the same.
Yeah, I know. We have to look into that. I know that there's a lot of places out there that you can look online for. Let me look here. Where, if you were adopted, that there's places that you can go to that will help you
There's also a DNA thing, and I learned this on Maury, and I remember saying this before. There's actually an adoption base where you can submit your DNA. I don't think it's not Ancestry. It's literally an adoption DNA center.
Yeah. Okay. So there's adopted.com is a place that you can go to. Says searching for your birth mother. I don't know if they, yeah, this one, adopted.com, looks like a big one. They look like they do a lot. I know what you're talking about with the Maury thing, because that's how they were finding the families when they were like, that's you're not the father, or you are the father, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, what was the name of it? This, oh shit. This is gonna clear me out. You're gonna have to take this for a second, Tiff.
That's okay. That's okay.
It burns me up. All right.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. So, I don't know where I am. I guess I'm in the corner. So I don't know about your adoption records, but I do know that if you go to the Richmond Vital Statistics, you can ask for your original birth certificate now in the state of Virginia. I don't care what part of Virginia, as long as you were adopted in Virginia. And that's great. Wow. But yeah, I would start with the birth certificate to find out what you can find out about the birth parents. And I can't remember the Maury show. I just know that there was a DNA place for adopted kids to put their DNA in case their parents happen to put their DNA in there. That's how he found 2 adopted children for his show and reunited the birth parents. So try the birth certificate first. I'm pretty sure all you need is a birthday and hopefully where you were born.
I'm here. Here I am.
Okay.
Oh, the building's blowing up behind me. Whew, watch out for that.
Yeah, and it looks like it's backwards.
Oh, for gosh sakes. Let me turn that around. Oh wow, we're getting a lot of comments on this question, huh? What did I miss, Tiff?
Nothing. They've been trying to get birth records now. Like I told her, I don't know about birth records, but I definitely know about the birth certificate. And actually, it went into effect last July, so it's been in effect for a year.
All right, I see. There's a chick named Ron in Washington. The Virginia courthouse has been fighting us on getting records for 2 decades. Oh, Babson, are you saying that Michael's stuff is in Virginia? Is that what you're saying there? I got the adopted parents' address. It's funny how it is weird how they will leak out they'll leak out parts of the information to you. I don't know if it's by accident. I know that my cousin Susie was able to get me some things. And I know that she was able to get some things in her case that she was, that she shouldn't have gotten. I mean, her case was from years ago, but she was able to get, I forget exactly what it was, but she was able to get certain things and items that somehow she got. So there are people out there that are willing to help you. And there are people out there that will, bend the rules maybe or help you, because they do have a lot of sympathy and empathy for those that are seeking this. I mean, I guess basically you got to find someone that has a heart is really the way to, is really the thing that you can do.
Well, you also have to look up your courts, because in Virginia, they purge records in JD&R court every 10 years.
What does that mean, that they purge them? That they release what they had in hiding?
They destroy them.
Oh, Jesus almighty.
And then once the child turns 18, they're no longer in juvenile and domestic court. They're
right.
definitely get destroyed.
Right. Yeah, you're probably absolutely right. Absolutely right. They will follow. The bribe seems to always still work these day and age, I'm sure, Jen. And I wasn't ignoring you today. I was just busy, so I apologize. I wasn't ignoring you. I've just been slammed lately, and it's been kind of crazy. But I'm getting things done, so we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I think that adopted.com is the best. From what I was looking at right before then, I think adopted.com was a great place to check out. I was just trying to pull it up when I got frozen up by the computer. It's time to do a check on my memory. On my computer is too full. I'm not very good at that stuff. Here it is right here. And what I've read about just recently, this place right here, there's 1,256,000 total profiles on here. And I guess what you do is you go in and you will put your information in there, and then they will see if you have look, they're cranking with new profiles. They have 2,881 in this last month. So that's cool. Let's see what happens when you do this. I'm sure that they want you to, who are you trying to find? Let's see. All right, so you can go through my birth parent, a sibling, my adopted child, or a family member. Reason for this, who are you? Indicate the gender of the person, indicate the birth year of a person, indicate the birth month of the adopted person, and then indicate the birth date. Okay, in which country did the adoption take place? When did the adoption take place? Since the time of adoption, have you been in contact? And then you can put a personal message here and continue on. And I don't know what's going to happen from there, but that looks like a pretty cool, viable place that they have a lot of stuff that you are able to use if you're looking for someone. Erica, I'd say try that at okay, I will do that, Jen. How can I find my brother? He was adopted out from the mother. Let's see. How can I find my brother? He was adopted out from the mother. Adoptionregistry.com, I think, where we were just going to adopted.com. Try there. Or like Tiff just said, try your states. Where were you? Washington? I think you said, right? Washington?
No, she said Washington County, Virginia. It's like I told her, it doesn't matter what part of Virginia.
No, Erica is saying
it. Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Adopted family in Wisconsin. Let's take a look. Let's see. So adopted.com comes up first. Okay. So there's to find her, she can utilize the Wisconsin Adoption Record Search Program. If the adoption or termination of parental rights occurred in the state, you can go there. The Wisconsin Adoption Records Search Program. Also, you can go and review the vital records from the Wisconsin Department of Health Services. And if you qualify, you can fill out an adoption search application to begin the process of identifying or reuniting with birth family members. There's DNA testing, like Tiff was saying. Ancestry does it, or 23andMe can help often contact with biological relatives directly if official records remain different.
That's what it was. The 23andMe. That's the one that Maury found the adoptive adoptive families back together.
But yeah, Wisconsin they have quite a circuit of adoption record things. I'm looking at them right now. Yeah, they have a whole bunch of things up here for searching for people in Wisconsin. So hopefully Family Resources and Support Organization in Wisconsin. Let's see, adopted.com, how to find our adopted family in Wisconsin online. Try that. Of course, there's Ancestry that you can find. Birth family search online. What do we got here? Okay, that goes back to there too. Yeah, register now. we have the largest voluntary adoption reunion registry. So adoption.com, I guess, is where to go. Adopted.com is where to go. Because that one brought me right back there to that too. So yeah, check those things. Kenosha, Indiana. Okay, let me see there. Let's see. Let me see what I can find for you. Kenosha, Indiana. Let's see. Let's try this. Kenosha, Indiana. Let's see what we can find. And they start by determining which state adoption was finalized, because Kenosha, Indiana is an official location. Wait a minute. Let me get this right here. Am I getting it wrong? He was adopted out of Kenosha. Okay. Is that Kenosha in Indiana, or he was Kenosha in Washington? He was born in the 19 unknown natural year, and he is now either in the state or city of New York. Okay, so let's see what we can find. Let's see. The closest thing, because if it's Indiana, the closest thing that they have is Newburgh's Kenosha Hills. So that I need to know first. Is it that, or is it Kenosha? Because there is a Kenosha in Wisconsin. Oh yeah, there's a Kenosha in Wisconsin, while the closest Indiana equivalent is Newburgh's Kenosha Hills. So if you can check into that for me, let me know. Wisconsin. Okay, cool. So we'll go look there. It is in Wisconsin. Kenosha is in Wisconsin. All right, so I'm playing Kenosha, Wisconsin. All right, let's start doing this. Let's see if we can find for someone. Kenosha, Wisconsin. All right, so Wisconsin Adoption Records Search Program. All right, well, let's go there. We'll try that, see what happens. All right, so that's as far as I can go. You got to do an application online there. So if you apply online at the Wisconsin Department of Children and Families, there's an adoption record search program right there. You know what, though? Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to show its name, John. New York. Let's see what we can come up with. Adoption for 1992. Adopted.com is what they recommend again. Okay, let's try that. And then let's do Erica. Sister Erica. 1980s. One there. Okay. Do it. Let's see. Adoption Information Registry. Trying to find your adopted siblings. Adopted.com. Adoption Registry. Adoption Search and Reunion is another one. Childwelfare.gov has. See how that one is. Here, you know what? Let me share this with you guys, and then you're not just listening to me talk it out with you. This is where I'm at right now. All right, let's see. Maximize this. All right, let's see here. On here, it says before you go, take the survey. We don't want the survey right now. Thank you. Recognize the relatives maybe not be ready to connect. Everyone's reached prime. Yeah, we know that. All right, searching for birth relatives. Fact sheets for families. Okay, so. Oh, so yeah, here, everybody. Tiff, why don't you take this one for a second and tell everybody about this? Because I just got my order in the other day.
Oh, did
all
you?
Of the,
yeah, I haven't
right
seen
there.
that one.
Yeah, understanding child welfare in the courts. These new ones.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to get this. So, you can actually order pamphlets off this for free. You just go there, and I'll have to show you. But there's like a little grocery cart, and you just when you click on that, it'll take you to a different screen, and you can click on each one that you want to order. You can order up to 10 of each. Yep, there you go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on there and order those. And it's all done for free. They'll send them to you. It takes a couple weeks depending on how many you get. If you only get one, like I get 10.
Yeah, and you can get up to 10 others. Wait, where's my stack I just got? Wait, where's my stack?
You can get up to 10 different things and 10 of each. But to get around that, you just go in and place multiple orders. But yeah, I forgot about that, Darren. You know, I meant to go on there and get some stuff, but I'm definitely gonna have to get that one.
So you get stacks like these right here. These are all like from the last order. I got What is Child Welfare, a guide for educators. And I do like Tiff says to get the 10 of each.
Darren, we can't see.
Oh yeah, here, let me kill my background picture so you can see what I'm doing here. There we go. All right. So you see
No, you still got the website up.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. This part. There we go. Yeah, so you get stacks like this when you order them. And they come. I mean, unless you just order one of these, that's, you know what I mean? But let's see here. You got Working with Children, Youth, Families on Disaster Preparedness. I got that one. And they have all kinds. Anything that you read in there that has information on it, even though it is CPS, they still do give you a bunch of good information. Let's see, what else did I get? Major federal legislation concerned with child protection and child welfare and adoptions. Right here. That's one of their new ones that they have. Yeah, a lot of, anytime that you guys go to this website, you go on that, you click on there, like Tiff said, put it on the little shopping cart, and they will human trafficking and child welfare, a guide for child welfare agencies. So what's good to do is this is where we get a lot of our information from, because guess what? They're reading the same stuff that we are. So it's good to go on these websites and look at the stuff that they talk about. That way you know what you can do and what you've got to do to educate yourself. They got a bunch of links in here when you go online. When you get these, there's a ton of links that you can click that will do all kinds of stuff for you. Obviously, you can't click on these pamphlets and handouts, but they have all kinds of information, guys. This is a good way to educate yourself about what CPS is doing, is by going to childwelfare.gov and checking that out. You can really learn a lot. So
yeah, and the good thing about this is that it's not state regulated. This is all coming from actually the Health and Human Services. So they know what's going on. When you read this shit that we've been getting, they know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Erica, you know what? I would love to work on that with you if you want. Ship me I know I have your email, but ship me another email. And you know what? I'd love to get an adoption reunification thing under my belt. I would. So I'd love to give you a hand in that. That would be cool to help you along your way in that journey. Because I feel like we should start doing more of that, more of the good, happy stuff. I mean, I know we educate people for when CPS comes and what to do, but I think that there could be a lot said to help people finding their families too. I think that's a great thing that we should probably start getting involved with. because we need more of that, you know, and we're going to get a boom of people coming out of this foster care system that are looking for their families, you know, because they want to know, you know, there's people that want to know where they're from, why, what happened. You know what? Let's do this. Let's see what we can find on, let's go to the movies and let's see what we can find for people looking for families for adoption, that their siblings were adopted. Maybe they have some more information about this. This is interesting. I'm going to start it with this one here. I just popped up and I'm like, holy smokes. Check this out, guys.
Yeah, I bet it's right there in that case you're fighting right now. Ever heard the term coram non judice? Yeah, I bet it's right there in that case you're fighting right now. They don't expect you to catch it. They expect you to walk in, see a robe, hear a title, and go along with whatever is happening in that room. But the moment you understand what coram non judice means, everything changes. It means you are standing before someone who does not have lawful authority to act. As a judge in your case, not maybe, not arguable. It means no authority. And if there's no authority, there's no court. No court means no valid proceedings. No valid proceedings means every order, every ruling, every threat is void from the start. That's why this matters. Because they don't want you questioning the foundation. They want you arguing the details, money, payments, compliance. But the real issue is sitting right in front of you. Who is that person? And where did their authority come from? Because if that authority isn't established, nothing else in that courtroom stands. So instead of playing defense, you challenge it. You put it on the record. And you force the one question they hope you never ask. By what authority are you acting as judge in this matter? Ever heard?
That's interesting stuff right there. Just be prepared when you go and you guys do, if you ever do these things. Make sure that you guys are aware of what could be the repercussions of what's going on there. However, I did just hear something about contempt of court. I don't remember what it was, but it was something about, I don't know, I'll find it for you. But let's get on with this. Let's see. Here we go.
Hello. My name is Michaela. Sorry, I look a hot mess right now. However, I am resorting to my final option. Honestly, I'm looking for my sister. Her name is Tasia Sexton. She may go by Tasia Benson. She just turned 18 years old, and she was adopted when I was about 13. I am now 25. And I have nonstop been trying to get in contact with her, with the adoptive mother, Susan Benson. I've been trying for years to get in contact with my siblings, considering I was 13 when they were taken. So at this point, I just need everyone's help that is on TikTok. Tasia, if you're seeing this, I don't know what you've been told about me. I don't know why Susan has not let me contact you since you have turned 18 or even prior. But just for reference, you were born June 5th. Your biological parents are Michelle Sexton and Tim Sexton. You have an entirely different family on this side who misses you dearly, and we have all been trying so hard to be able to speak with you. I myself have not given up. I actually messaged Susan a couple of days before your birthday, or the day before, pretty much begging her to give me a chance and to just hear me out. I understand that she was told some stuff about me that is not true, and I don't think it's fair that I have been kept away when I took care of you guys, you and our brother, Chaden, when our mother was at her lowest. I've never done drugs in my life. I have a child of my own. I am soon to be married. I've got 3 cars. I've got a huge house. I live in Springfield, Missouri, and I know that that's where you are at as well. I actually tried to call Susan today. It is June 22nd, 2026. Susan then ended up blocking me. So at this point, I had messaged a Facebook that I think would be yours, called Tasneem Chebby. I don't know if you're on TikTok. I don't know if you have any kind of social media, but I'm really hoping that this can get around and you will see it and give me a chance to explain and be a part of your life. You have a 5-year-old nephew who is soon to be 6 in November. I know I can't necessarily talk to Chaden because he is under the age of 18. But you are now an adult. So I'm really hoping that this gets to you. I will post some pictures on this video to prove that I am your sister and your sibling. I am your oldest sister. I will post pictures. If you do see this, please contact me and reach out to me. I have not given up. TikTok, please do your thing. I'm not popular on this app at all, so I'm kind of hoping that this helps, but I'm at a standstill. I have exhorted all of my resources to be able to find you and contact you with no luck. I've even contacted our grandma Jackie for help with Susan and being able to talk to you, and she has not helped. Not talking bad on her. She's a great woman and I love you very much. However, you know the situation, and I don't think it's fair that you have been able to talk to them. You've been able to see them. And then her mother's side has not been able to see them at all because everyone is under the impression that, you know, we are just like my mom, and we're not. I really hope this gets to the right audience. I've seen it work for other people, and I'm hoping that it works for me. Tasia, again, if you see this, or if anyone knows you, or anyone knows her, please help me. Get in contact. I love you very much, and I will post some pictures.
Wow. So that's
That was kind of sad.
But you know what? That tells you that CPS tells those stories about you and makes these people hate on you, make you not be anybody that, you know what I mean? Like, who knows what they're telling them? I don't. Did you send it to the right? Did you send it to my number, Dr. Death? If you did, then I will check that in a second. But I think we have an emergency. Someone need to talk here. I think that's what I read up there. Guess who showed up at her house, and there was a host. So I'm going to guess that it's Miss Becca has something to say on this Wednesday night.
Hi guys. So my son, he has issues. Well, I took him to his counseling appointment on Monday, And the failures of this state, of this county, of these agencies is ridiculous. They essentially decided that on Monday, when he went to go do his intake evaluation, they decided that he needed to be evaluated, have a psychological evaluation. Okay, fine. So I had to take him down to Children's, have his evaluation done, no big deal. Get down there, get it done, get home. Next day, Bentley, well, it was yesterday, but Bentley comes to my room last night. He's like, Mom, he's like, some lady was here today. And I was like, who? He's like, I don't know. She left her card. I said, I watched the doorbell camera. And I'm like, oh, CPS. I'm like, why is CPS here? So I proceed to call and, I emailed the CPS caseworker to inquire as to why they had gotten a report, because just because he's threatening his own life or whatever he's doing, that doesn't constitute for a call to CPS. Okay. It just doesn't. Like, if I would not have taken him, which is what they were claiming, what the hospital was claiming, the hospital was claiming that I never showed up to get his evaluation done. They called 3 times, 3. And every freaking time they told the psychologist on Monday at 4:30 when she called the hospital, they said, nope, she's not here. Hasn't been here. He's not here, whatever. She's like, okay. So she called and left a report with CPS. Next day she gets in and she called him again, 1:20 in the afternoon. No, we don't have no record of him ever being here. So then the office calls again and is like, they tell her the same thing. No record, no nothing. I'm like, okay. I'm like, because I'm like tripping. I'm like, I took him to this appointment. Like, I know I did. I didn't dream that. Like, I know I took him. So come on now, guys. They called me back. The one I literally recorded the phone call because the lady from the counseling center called me back and apologized to me how sorry she was because of the hospital having his information. There was 2 kids under his name. They're the same kid, but since we lived in a different town and it was like 10 years since we had been to Children's, and it was in a different location, they didn't combine his information. So they essentially had a CPS report done for nothing. And they were just sitting on it like it was no big deal. Like, the counseling center is calling these people like, hey, was she there? Did she bring him? Whatever. We need to know. The supervisor finally got on the phone, was like, I need somebody to do something. I need somebody to figure out what is going on. She says, because I don't have a mother who's going to sit here and tell me repeatedly that she took him and swear by it. So something's going on. Either she's lying or there's something else going on. And it eventually came down to the fact that, oh, well, they just don't know how to do paperwork, obviously, or chart, or do their due diligence. So needless to say, they ended up,
Wow.
CPS ended up, she did end up contacting me today. She wrote me an email. And, but the counseling center essentially called her and told her that it was, it wasn't a big deal. It was a false alarm. All because but the point of the story is that it was because I did not take him for what they said. They were claiming I did not take him for what they said was a mental emergency.
Oh.
Immediately.
Well, there's your hit.
And I'm like, good to know.
Okay, that's what I was getting ready to say. It's your turn.
Yep.
Well, and then, I got a really nice email from the CPS lady, though, today. She was actually kind of like, hey, this is why, essentially it was just reported that you didn't take him after that. But if, you have the discharge papers and you have all your documentation, um, I just need to come and talk to you and him, and we'll close the case and everything will be good.
Mm-mm.
And I'm like, okay, I didn't even email her back at this point. And I still haven't, actually, now that I come to think about it. But I just thought that was crazy. I was like, how can you?
She has access to those papers. She don't need to come see you.
And no. There's nothing to talk about. You don't have to prove anything. You
That's
don't
what I
talk
said.
to her. Yeah, no, fuck her.
I was like, why do I have to prove myself and prove that I did it? I know I did it. I don't have to prove that to anybody. So I don't know what they want from me, but you see that he's alive, he's breathing, so obviously he's okay. That's what you wanted.
They're coming to assess your family. I'm telling
Oh
you
yeah.
what they're trying to do.
Oh, I know. And you know what I do? I take my kids if they come to my house. The last time they came, not the last time, because the last time they came to my house, they took them all. But the time before that they came, I literally let them. I brought the kids all outside, out front of the house, and they weren't allowed to talk to the kids alone without me or my husband present. They
don't
had.
even let them do that. They don't have a warrant. You know the drill.
Oh yeah, I know. But I was like, this is just a bunch of shit. Just because Mason said that Dave beat the hell out of me and him because I took Mason's Xbox back because he got pissed off at me because he played it for like 12 hours. And then threw a conniption fit about it. So, it was one of those
But this
things.
is the problem. Here's the problem now that these kids, they don't give a shit. They go to school and they tell them, everybody, even if you guys did or didn't, you know what? When we were growing up, you didn't do that. You took your ass whooping and you knew what you did wrong and you went to school. The problem is now that they make these kids feel like you don't like, how many people, Michelle and them that watch the show, all these people, cell phones, they took my cell phone. So I went to school and told them that, and these people report on it. And the next thing you know, bang, there you go. You got a full blown CPS case. And all the skeletons come out of the closets, or you know what? And none of them are even bad towards the kids or any of that stuff. And this is over. And that's the problem now.
They've essentially taken all of our power. They've taken all of our power and they've given it to these kids.
That's it.
Not over here because I be goddamn. I'm old school. I'll whip your fucking ass. Huh.
I mean, technically, corporal punishment is still in Ohio. Okay, corporal punishment is still in effect. It is okay to literally. I know from the Ohio Supreme Court there was a case that this girl called her mom a bitch to her face, and that mom oh no, it was her stepmom, straight smacked her in the mouth and grabbed her by her hair and beat the shit out of her. And the Supreme Court justice said that it was warranted.
The Supreme Court in Virginia said
the punishment fits the crime.
One of 27 corporal punishment states. The punishment must fit the crime, whatever. Well, I tell you what, she wouldn't have called me a bitch. Well, if she did, she would have got more than smacked in her mouth.
She would have done it. She would have done it once, right?
She'd been picking up her teeth.
Picking her teeth on the way to the dentist's office in his parking lot.
Well, that's the problem.
That's no lie.
Well, I know, I believe, but that's the thing. That's what they do. That's what they're doing these days. They're giving. You're right, Becca. They're giving the power to the kids. The kids are just able to go in and just say a little bit of something. Look at, you know what I mean? Look at certain kid we know goes in and burns his arm on a noodle, and all of a sudden it's 7 o'clock news. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck is this? That's what they're doing, and that's what they're allowing to happen, and it's ridiculous. And hopefully,
you know what's even worse about this whole situation, about the whole experience. Okay, I last night learned about a website. Darren, do not look at this. Do not bring this up on the page. But while we're on live, but look it up on your own. And I kid you not, my almost 16-year-old is the one that told me about this website. And I was like, how in the fuck can I get this website shut down? Based on the law, The videos that are on this website are accessible to children, and they are suicide videos, people pew-pewing their head off, cartels cutting, yep, all that. And any child, and it is not against the law for them to have this and the children be able to access it.
Wow.
Not against the law, because there is no child exploitation on the website, and there is no it's considered graphic violence. So, and there's no filtration
So
on
all they need to say
how.
is that they're 18. They just need to have that disclaimer saying that they're 18 years old. That's all.
Yep,
That
and all you have to do is literally click yes, I am 18. I am over the age of 18, and it lets you right in the site. And I'm like, and everything's free, everything's accessible. There's nothing's blurred out. Nothing. I mean, yeah. I'm like sitting here like, and you wonder why these kids are fucked up in the head.
Mm-hmm.
Like all these kids with mass shootings, doing mass shootings at schools and shit. Like I'm sitting here like coming from a standpoint of where I lost my kid's dad because he did shoot himself in the head. And I'm literally watching a video last night and I'm like, how could anybody want to watch this?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just like, I just sat and just, because I was like trying to look up any way, because there's nowhere to even report the freaking website to. Not the FBI. I mean, not cybersecurity, nothing. You can report it to the website's, control person, whoever it is. You can report it to them, but whether they decide to take it down or not is, they don't legally have to.
Right. Oh, sick.
And I'm like,
Sick,
oh
sick, sick.
my God. And I literally look it up as the ync.com. And I just, Dave and I both, because Dave didn't know about it either. He come home and I told him about it. And he was like, what? And he looked it up. And I was like, he's like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah. I was like, that's the kind of shit that these kids are watching.
Ugh, it's terrible.
Oh, it was
Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Bye, everybody. Tiff's birthday's tomorrow. Don't forget.
Happy birthday, Tiff.
Happy early birthday, Tiffy Tiff.
Protect us all. Yeah. Late night knock and the sirens glow. Mama's crying while the cold winds blow. Papers in their hands saying sign right here, but the children hold tight when the heroes appear. Boots hit the pavement, truth in his eyes. The CPS Punisher hears every lie. Not for the money, not for the fame. He's standing for the families calling his name. And beside him rides Queen Tiff strong, voice like thunder when the system's wrong. Shield for the broken, hope for the weak, fighting for the parents too scared to speak. No revenge burning in their hearts tonight, just love for the children and the will to fight, trying to keep every family whole. That's the fire living deep in their souls. The CPS Punisher, Queen Tiff by his side, standing for the families they try to divide, holding the line so the children stay safe, never backing down, never losing faith. They'll fight together through the storm and pain, till families don't live in fear again. Voices rising loud across the nation's home. Protect our children, protect us all. Protect us all. Yeah. Courtroom shadows and the whisper spread. Stories twisted till the truth seems dead. But the Punisher walks through the fear and smoke, giving strength to the people the system broke. Queen Tiff speaking with the warrior's flame, calling every injustice out by name. She says children need love, not endless control. You can't heal a family by breaking its soul. Neighbors gather raising signs up high, tears in their eyes but they won't hide. Every mother, every father knows love is the seed that a family grows. No revenge burning in their hearts tonight, just hope for tomorrow and the courage to fight, trying to keep every family whole. That's the fire living deep in their souls. The CPS Punisher, Queen Tiff by his side, standing for the families they try to divide, holding the line so the children stay safe, never backing down, never lose One day the fear won't haunt these streets. One day the crying finally sleeps. One day the children all come home and know family stands alone. The CPS Punisher, Queen Tiff, standing tall, fighting for the families, fighting for them all. Not for vengeance, not for hate, but to keep love stronger than the state, and they'll keep marching till the whole world says children belong with the families, hearts unbroken, voices unchained, till every child is safe again.
We know it's all about the money, we know they lie, we know this is corruption. Does CPS know what they are doing to the children?